So, Mega Evolutions exist. Digimon, anybody? Okay, I saw it. I had to at least do that at least once. But on a serious note, freaking Mega Evolutions freaking exist. This is I can't even fathom what this is actually. Mega Evolution. Now a lot of you are probably gonna say like Digimon, really? Like this is Digimon. I can agree and disagree on that level. Um there is a similarity between what's happening here and what happened with Digimon. Um the thing is I think there's a little bit difference between this because it seems like unlike Digimon, especially in their games, the ones that Digimon games that they had for like they were like RPG Pokemon was. Digimon couldn't digivolve in battle; they had to digivolve afterwards, and you had the ability to make them digivolve too. And there was also a huge debate back then if you weren't a part of it. If you weren't a part of it, bless your soul that you weren't a part of it. Uh, it was it was horrible. So many lives were lost. But on a serious note, Mega evolutions exist. I can't even explain. I'm both confused, worried, scared, happy. I am. There's a lot of emotion put into this because, as a little kid, when I was playing Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, this is the first game, mind you, I played. I wish that Blaziken could have evolved further. It was like an idea I had that this is a child pipe dream too. This is a pipe dream that I had as a kid. I wish there was a way that could evolve into mega forms or something to the extent I always dreamed about a mega form. Even as a kid, I kind of wanted to draw a Mega Blaziken at one point in time. I kind of did, then I lost the art. Either that or I didn't, or I never drew it. Looking at this now, and I see that Mega forms exist, I think that Nintendo might have been eavesdropping on me. um, I might be responsible for this. Oh god. Oh god. I'm just I don't know anymore. All I know is I want the games now. I want them now. Okay, enough of that, but because I want them now. Um no, that's even more of a incentive for me to download all these shop now. Um but to the mega forms themselves, the Pokemon that were chosen, two of them I can see why. The others I can't understand or fathom why they were. I'm happy that they were chosen. Keep in mind, I was happy that they were chosen, but for what purpose is what? This is a question a lot of people are having. That for what purpose were they chosen? To be given Mega Evolutions, and also it's also been confirmed that Mega Evolutions only happen in battle. Now I think that there's also been speculation that when YouTube before Awakening Mode was revealed to be a Mega form, there was actually, when you saw gameplay of Mega Mewtwo, when he transformed into Mega Mewtwo, you saw that there was like a little thing of DNA above his head. Now you need to go back to that because there's a new trailer out for the Mega Evolutions for Lucario, Blaziken. And they didn't really show Ampharos. I'm kind of sad about that. They didn't even show Absol, not even Mawile. But I noticed something that they all share when they evolved into this. They had that little DNA symbol above their head. You could see it. It's above their head. It's quite obvious that they share this. Now there's also been speculation about a Megastone. Now hear me out for a minute. That DNA symbol that we see on the Japanese Pokemon logos. What if that is the Megastone? What if that's the freaking Megastone? Just imagine if that's the Megastone. We've seen what it looks like. Then, if that is the Megastone, keep in mind it might not be the Megastone, but I swear they all share this little symbol above their head when they transform. There's a trailer out there. There's Lucario, Blaziken, when they both evolved in this stage to their Mega forms. You see a little symbol above their head. Mind you, Blaziken is a complete badass. They gave me a reason to use my beloved Fire type again. I'm so torn right now. Because I want to use the new Pokemon. But seeing this, Blaziken's Mega form? I might have to put Mega Form above on the screen next to me, but Blaziken's Mega Form, Lucario's Mega Form, the fact that Awakening Mode happens to be Mega Form for Mewtwo, which is another thing quite confusing about Mewtwo. Mewtwo's a legendary. Mewtwo's a legendary. You probably wondering what's so confusing. A lot of you probably picked up on this. Mewtwo has the ability to evolve, but what if they give other legendaries the same ability? People's dreams of a legendary Pokemon evolving has finally come true. Mind you, it's only temporary, but at the same time, I think it's best for a lot of these legendaries that are going to get a chance to evolve, that it is temporary for them, because Mewtwo's already OP. Like, Jesus Christ, man. So is Blaziken. Blaziken is now more broken than ever now. I mean, I love Blaziken, but Blaziken, you're broken. Like, I mean, I was mad at you in Uber, but I understand the reasoning behind it. I love Blaziken. I used the heck out of Blaziken during Ruby and Sapphire. I know how OP that thing is, even without speed boost. Mind you, Blaziken does not have the best defenses and special defenses in the world, so I'm kind of hoping that Mega Form helps to overcome that. Because I swear, I think that's pretty much what they gave it for. Is that fact, you know, Blaziken, this Mega Form might give Blaziken a buff within his defenses, because Blaziken cannot take a hit from a really strong Psychic type. Oh, this is like... Speaking of random things, Ampharos. Ampharos' awakening form now has him being a dragon type, which completely came out of left field and caught a lot of people off guard. And on top of that, there are a lot of people, even myself, are questioning why was he retyped to Thunder and Dragon. There's something been revealed actually. Around Silver and Gold, this same thing happened to Gyarados. This is the same thing that happened to Gyarados, and a lot of people are like, oh Lord, don't tell me. Ampharos was meant to be typed a Dragon type during Gold and Silver, but they changed it before the release of the game. Now, I believe the same reasoning behind that is the reasoning why the reasoning behind Gyarados' change in type is the same reason why Ampharos' type got changed. Around gold and silver, on red, blue, and yellow were all back then dragon types. A lot of newer Pokemon fans don't know. Around that time, when Dragon was a type in the very first game, Dragon was very OP to the point where you couldn't hurt this thing at all unless you had a Dragon type move. And the only Dragon type move that existed was Dragon Rage, and Dragon Rage only took 40 HP every time you used it. So dragons were the most dangerous thing ever in the freaking universe in that game. Like, if you had a dragon, you were pretty much the best around, because, you know, they couldn't do much to you. Dragonite was the best thing. Dragonite was the G. Like, he had a bunch of moves he could use, and his own moves didn't do that much damage to him. Dragonite was just freaking, like, if you saw a Dragonite, you would run. Straight up. You would not fight that thing, because you know you couldn't take it down. It wasn't until Gold and Silver where Ice was introduced as a weakness to it. But even then, dragons were still OP, because they were still pretty resilient. Ice type moves don't really do that, even though they're weak to it, doesn't do that much damage to a dragon type. I mean, granted, at least if you got a critical hit, then you have a better chance of killing it in one shot. But it's been, from what I understand, I guess Ampharos is meant to be type dragon, which still confuses me to no end, is the fact that it doesn't look... Granted, if I look at it now, it does look like it could have been a dragon type, but this is what confuses me. Mareep's a sheep, so is Fluffy. What? Because that always confused me with Mareep. It always confused me. Mareep itself was just a freaking sheep, and when it evolved into Ampharos, I always wondered, what the heck was that thing? I never actually understood what the heck Ampharos was. Now, I think that might have been an excuse for it being a dragon type, because you just didn't know what the heck it was. Granted, now I look at it, it looks like one of those dragons that you find in the water that usually swim a lot. So, granted, that might have been what the inspiration towards Ampharos. Even though I looked it up on Bulbapedia, And Ampharos is supposed to be a lighthouse. So I don't know where Dragon came from. The correlations between Dragon and Ampharos. And Mawwow's got an evolution. Now, I will say this much. I'm happy for Mawwow because Mawwow looks scary. Mega Mawwow looks scary now. On top of that, a lot of people said like now I have a reason to want to use a Mawwow because it's a part. It's now no, it's still a fairy type. The only steel fairy type in existence so far. So I mean, if no other steel type gets the fairy, which I don't think it'd be possible, because there's no way another steel type will get a fairy type. So for right now, Mawwow is unique in itself because it's the only steel type to go from a steel type to a steel type to a dual steel and fairy type. And on top of that, it's able to get evolution, a mega freaking evolution, which makes it even more freaking scary. Cause now it's got two freaking mouths in the back of its head now. Like I have a reason to use it now. Same thing with Absol. I have a reason to use Absol now because Absol now has a mega evolve too. And apparently, the one thing I will say that I said I'm kind of disappointed with a lot of this is some of the Pokemon go through some major changes, while others don't. Like for instance, Ampharos. Ampharos just grows hair. No, I'm not kidding you. Go look up Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos just grows hair. Absol, I say okay. Absol does go through a change. It isn't to me. It isn't like a huge, massive change like a Lucario and Blaziken. I'll get to those two in a minute. Absol continues the yin and yang symbol thing. On top of that, its head does like before. All it had was this thing with its little blade on top of its head, and the little other on the yin symbol goes like this around his face. I'm not talking making sense right now, but like I'm just really excited for this. But now that it mega evolved and it did this, like it now has a yin and yang symbol obviously visible for you to see. On top of that, it looks like Absol now has wings. And a lot of people are speculating that it might be a dark and flying type. Now this would be really weird, but if they did this, it'd be kind of awesome if they gave freaking Absol fairy type. Now all of you is like, why would they give Absol fairy type? Just imagine, Absol hits hard for it being a dark type. It doesn't have much going for it. It has a fantastic move pool. Just imagine it getting fairy type, and fairy types are strong against dragons. Imagine it getting a really strong fairy type move that's a physical move. Just imagine how many dragon types will be running away from this thing. Let's see what else. Blaziken, Mega Blaziken and Mega Lucario. Yeah, another thing is that the Omega is being used in front of them for some sort of reason. But Mega Lucario and Mega Blaziken. Yeah, I said before that the other Pokemon don't go through some massive changes. Actually, I guess Mawile went through a massive change. It still looks the same. The only thing that really is different is if I just got two mouths now on the back of its head. But Mega Blaziken and Mega Lucario, they go through some massive changes. Like Blaziken goes completely different. Like Blaziken now has a black body, redder leg limbs. Blaziken's like Jesus Christ. Looking at Blaziken, I almost think that this might have been a form that they wanted to give Blaziken before, but they changed it up for some reason. But this freaking, good lord, the creativity they put in the Blaziken. Good freaking god. I gotta put a picture of a Blaziken just for you to see. Mega Blaziken. Good lord. Or better yet, instead of doing that, I'm gonna make you go to Sarabi. I'm gonna just put Sarabi's link in the description right now, but oh god. Oh Jesus Christ. And Lucario. I don't wanna mess with Lucario. Well, for abilities, we know that Lucario has adaptability. We know Absol has magic bounce. Blaziken, Mega Blaziken has speed boost. Ampharos has mold breaker. And Mega Mewtwo, ironically has insomnia. I say ironically because this thing doesn't look like it takes a nap in the first place, so to me it's ironic. Like it's like the thing. This brings us so many questions. On top, there's a gym leader in the game now that's supposed to that's supposed to explain Mega Evolution to you. So not only do we got this Mega Evolution thing, we're going to be explained. We're going to be directly explained. Not explained. They're going to tell us. They're going to explain to us directly what the heck Mega Evolution is, what it does for the Pokemon. Just all this stuff. Mega Evolution, like I know last month, Core Magazine is when they leaked the last information that we got from the July. Um, they said that the next Core issue was gonna be some huge news, and I didn't know what it was gonna be. And this looks like huge news. Like straight up, this is huge news. Like this is something that nobody saw coming. From a person that wanted Mega Evolutions to begin with, this completely caught me off guard. I'm just confused, worried, and happy all at the same time. I'm worried because could just imagine the newer players that get into this, that see these new Mega Evolutions and want to play the game now. I'm worried that that the thing is, like I said, I wanted these forms to be hard to get, but now from the looks of things, they're not going to be hard to get. You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna. It's not gonna be hard to Mega Evolve any of your Pokemon that get the Mega Evolutions. Granted, they said that not every Pokemon's gonna get a Mega Evolution, so we're not gonna get flooded with Mega Evolutions all over the place. Granted, there's a lot of third gen Pokemon that have already got a Mega Evolution, so I'm expecting Kanto, Johto, Sinnoh to get that same treatment. I didn't say Unova because Unova was like last year. And we haven't even, nobody's like let that even sink in because like they're just canceling Unova out now because they just completely threw us a loop at the beginning of this year with Pokemon X and Y coming out. And just imagining, like just thinking about the very beginning of this year, if you told me that I was gonna see Mega Evolutions, I would have said you're lying. I'm sorry, but I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, me and Toshi are gonna do an entire, we're gonna do a freaking overview once the game comes out. I'm gonna do an unboxing. Granted, it's not gonna be the typical unboxing because I'm gonna buy the game off the eShop. A lot of you are like, why buy the game off the eShop? Why don't you get the physical game? I wanna be able to wake up and play the game as soon as I possibly can. So, the best way to do that is to download it. And I told you I got like classes and stuff like that, so when this game's downloaded, I could just do a lot of my homework. And by that point, we'll just be finalizing our game, which you'll get to see the game at some point. I had to talk to my group about that to see if they wouldn't mind me making some videos on it. I'm pretty sure they won't mind, but I want to have their full consideration. Especially the team leader. But this video might come out Friday. This video might come out Monday or Tuesday. You'll see what I'm talking. You'll see my reactions whenever, but. Mega Evolutions. My God. I don't know anymore. I want the games now. The thing is, I hate my friend for even telling me Sarabi exists. And he even hates his friends for telling him that Sarabi exists. Because I wanted the Mega Evolutions, to me, Mega Evolutions was that one mechanic in the game that it would have been so awesome to find out by yourself. Just imagine finding this out by yourself. This would have been more impactful if it just was hidden. This would have been more impactful if it was hidden. Now it's not hidden. And now we're going to be getting more Mega Evolutions next Core scans. And we're also going to be getting the Fairy type chart, so we're now going to find out what the heck Fairy is strong, weak against, and neutral to. Can't wait to find out what the heck Fairy can do. A lot of people are suspecting Fairy's going to be weak against fire, poison. I think dark. Well, we do know it's going to be strong against dragon. That's already been confirmed. So I don't know what's going to happen next. So I guess I'll see you guys next video, which is going to be Mega Man ZX, Advent related. Tell me what you guys think about Pokemon X and Y and the Mega Evolutions. I'd like to hear your thoughts. See you guys later. Oh god. Pokemon, you're gonna give me a heart attack.